Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Matthew 24 to 28, Mark 1 to 4, Proverbs 3, and Psalm 9 and the star. These left the temples going away. When Sabbath came to quiet and the birds the temple. He answered them, You see all these, do you not? True, I say to you, there will not be left here on one stone upon the other. They will not be found out. And he sat on the mount as Sabbath came to him privately, saying, Tell us, what will these things be? And what will be the sign of the coming of the end of the age? And Jesus answered, See that no one leads you. And when you come by name, saying, I am the Christ, and will lead ministry. And you will hear of wars and rumors of them. See that you are not one. This must take place at the end of the night. And they shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are but the beginning of the evil prince. Then deliver you to the tribulation, which is death, will be heard by all nations, all men are sick, and the men will fall by nature of the world. Many false prophets and will rise in the nation, because the lawlessness will be increased. And the love of many will come, the one who judges them will be saved, and the gospel of the kingdom will be proclaimed to the whole world, testimony to all nations. And then they will come, so you will see their abomination and desolation, speaking about the prophet, seeing the holy place, and let those who do there. Light in us, let the one who is in the house, no great entity was in his house, let the one who is in the field not turn back to take his place. And as for one who is pregnant and menacing the infants, in those days, pray your flight may be more good than on the south. Then there will be great tribulations, so they are not been from the beginning to one to now. No, never will. If those days have not been cut short, no human being will be saved, but here for the sake of the elect, those days will be cut short. And if anyone says to you, Look, here's the Christ, and there he is, do not believe it. For false Christ and false prophets will rise, perform great signs and wonders, just to lead astray, if possible, even the elect. See, I told you beforehand. So if they say to you, Look, he's in the wilderness, don't go. They say, Look, he's in the wilderness, don't believe. As lightning comes from the east, and they shines southwards, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. And wherever the course is, there will the watchers will go. Nearly after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will give its light, and stars will fall from heaven, and as the heavens will be shaken. And they will hear in heaven the signs of the Son of Man, and all the tribes of the earth will look, and they will see the Son of Man coming. On the clouds of heaven found great glory, and the Son of His angels with a large trumpet, and gathers elect from the four winds. Then from one to heaven to the earth, when the victory leads us, and says his branch upon his hand and protects those. You know the Son is there. So when you see all these things, you know that he is not the fabulous. True, I say to you, day shall not pass away until all these things take place. Heaven and earth shall pass, will pass away, and words will not pass away. Saying that, I know, there's not even an angel coming over, so but the Father and for that's what it is, so will be the coming of the Son. As in those days before the Father and eating and drinking, marrying and giving marriage, until they were not into the earth, no honor went until the Father came so the Lord away, so will be the coming of the Son. And two men will be in the field, one will be taken on life, two will be grinding at the one will be taken on life, therefore stay away, for you do not know on what day your Lord is coming. And it's the master of my house, and doing part of that, the thief is going, heard to stay away. They had not left his house to bury you into. Therefore you yourselves must be ready. The Son of Man is coming out, and now you must be. Who then is the faithful master, whose master served in the house, to give them their food at the time? This is that servant whose master finds to doing the God. Sure, I say to you, he will set him over all his position. If that wicked servant says to himself, Master is delayed, and begins to be his first servants, eats and drinks with drunkards. And the master has servant calling to him who doesn't expect it, and now he doesn't come, and will come and his put him to his and at those will be leaving and gnashing teeth. And can they have a like 10 birds to drink their lives, so going to make the worker. And there was the more forced to travel with us. And then finally forced to play lamps. They took no oath, and the wise took the pass all of us. As garden delay, they all became drowsy. And slept. At the midnight there was a crying as the black colored teeth, and the golden swords and tremblings. And the force said to the wise, Give us some water for our lamps again. The wise answered, saying, Since they are not good enough for us and feed, go out to all deals and buy fields. While they were going to buy the bridegroom came, those who were ready with them to the man's feast, and doors shut after the other words came to say, Lord, beckon to us. And they answered, Truly I say to you, I don't know. They watched their foot, for you made them the day more than one. They will be like a man going on a journey, put themselves in trust to his family. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to each according to the building. And he received 5 talents more, and struck them. True, with him, they 5 talents more. So see here the 2 talents made 2 talents more. He received 1 talent more, and double them. And his master, and after a long time, the master of their sons came so against him. And he who had received 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 talents more, saying, Master, you delivered to me 5 talents, here I have 5 talents more. And his master said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant, you have been faithful over little. I'll set you over much, enter into joy of your master. And he who had received 2 talents came forward, saying, Master, you delivered to me 2 talents, here I have made 2 talents more. And his master said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant, you have been faithful over little, I'll set you over much. Enter into joy of your master. He was sorry to receive 1 talent. Came forward, saying, Master, I need to your home, and reap away dinner, so I'm gathering wheat and we scattered to see, and he saw the fair, and when they had a number of time to go, see, here, what do you have is yours? And at last days, he looked at himself for 7, and he knew that I regarded my son, God, I was good mercy, and he ought to have invested my money with the with the bankers, and coming out shall receive laws by and with interest. So out of the talent with him give to him is 10 times. Whatever one he has one will be good. Here in the heaven abundance, until one has not even the hands will be taken away. And the cost of what's 70 out of darkness, no place that we will be machine to. And something comes to the square, and they will be into the and the servants burst down, before we gather a mission. And separate people one from another, shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And place the sheep elsewhere, the goats on the earth. And the king will say to those elsewhere, come you who are blessed by my father. And have the kingdom prepared for you by the foundation of the world. And I was hungry, you will give me for thirsty, you will give me drink. I was stranger, you will welcome me. I am taken that the second half is to me. As a prisoner came to me, we left to answer, say, Lord, when do we see hungry people, thirsty, give you drink? And do we see a stranger, welcome me, and make encouragement? And do we see sick and prison and visit? And the king answered, Should I say to you, as you did it to me, but least of you, my God, as you did it to me? And you say to those that have depart from me, you cast into eternal fire, prepared for the day of his angels. And as hungry, you give him living, while I was thirsty, and you to drink. And as stranger, you know, welcome me, making different things, sorry, I can never leave in prison. And there is a way, and saying, when do we see hungry, thirsty, or a stranger, and you sick and prison? And did not institute that against it, it's the nature of the sentence, you do not do it to him, you not do it to him, they are going into eternal punishment, but rush into eternal life. And Jesus finished all these things, he said to his disciples, you know that after 2 days, past those kind, the Son will deliver up to the Christmas. And chief priests and others of the people gathered around the house of the high priest and Caiaphas, and got together over to rest Jews west of them. They said, not join the feast, lest they be outlawed among the people. Now, when Jesus was at Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, one came up to them and asked to fast a very expensive one. They poured in his house and come to. And the Sierra stood in and said, why is it? Because himself a love some given to poor. And Jesus, however, said to him, why do you trouble them? And she has done a beautiful thing to me, for you have always the poor with you. You not always have me, and quite the sorry and the it is done to prepare me for burial, shall I say to you. Then discuss this criminal whole world, and she has done what has been told me. And one of the 12 whose name was Jesus Christ, and to the chief priests, and said, well, we give you if I deliver him over to you. And they paid him 30 pieces of silver, and from them they saw no opportunity to betray. And the first day of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying, Now we have us prepared for you to eat the Passover. And he said, Going to see you to serve me. And said, This teacher says, My time is at hand, I'll keep the Passover in the house with my disciples. And the disciples did as Jesus said directly, and prepared the Passover. And as eating, he found a table with the 12. As they were eating, he said, Sure, I say to you, only you will betray. And they were very sorrowful, and began to say to him one after another, Is that against me? He has dipped his hand in the dish with the you will betray. As a man could have said, is ready to have him work him, and where he was on his betray. And it would have been better for him if he were good. But Jesus, who would betray him, answered his eye rabbi, he said to him, You have said so. Now, as they were eating, Jesus took bread after blessing the broken and gave it to the disciples, and said, Take, eat this is my body. He took the cup and gave it, and actually gave it to the Lord, drink it all. This is my blood, the cup which poured for me, the children of previous sins. Do I not drink again for it this wine until the day that I drink it before my Father's coming? So you saw him, they went up to him, and Jesus said, You will for wine, because of me this night first, I will track the ship and shoot up from this guy. After I may start, I'll go before I do them gather. And Peter answered, though they fall away because I'm not forward. He said to them, Surely I must tell you this very night before the rooster crows. It was only 3 times. Peter said to me, from us die with him, will not delay. All the disciples said the same. And as Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, he said to his disciples, See here, I'll go over there and pray. And taking with them Peter and the 2 sons of Zebedee, he began to be sorrowful and troubled. And he said to them, My soul is very sorrowful, even to death. Remain here and watch over. And going to the Father, he found his face and prayed, saying, My Father, if it be possible, this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not I will, but as you will. And came to the disciples of fellowship, and said to Peter, So could you not watch with me one hour? Watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And again, for the second time, he went away and prayed, My Father, this cannot pass from this subject. Your will be done. Again, he came and found the sleeping. But the eyes are heavy, so leaving them again, he went away and prayed for the third time. Saying the same words again, and he came to Simon and said, Sleep and take your rest later. See, the hours are at hand, so they betray into hand into sins. Whereas lest we die, see, my betrayers at hand. And as still speaking, Jews came on and told, within the great crowd, swords and spears. And then the chief priests and elders of the people, now betrayed them besides him. 1 hour kisses the man Caesar. They came to Jesus at once and said, Greetings, Rabbi, and he kissed him. Jesus said to him, What do you came to do? So he came and laid hands on Jesus seized him. Now one of those who walked Jesus stretched out his hand, and Jerusalem struck the son of the high priest, covered his ear, and Jesus said to him, He saw back into his face, and all who take the son perish by the son. Do you think that I cannot appeal to my Father, and he will at once send me more than 12 legion angels? And how then would the scriptures be for? And must be said that how Jesus said to the captain, Come out as against the rock. And the swords comes to capture you. Day after day I sat in the temple teaching, and you will not perceive me. All this is taking place, the scriptures of the prophets might be fulfilled. All the disciples left and fled. And those who sinned Jesus led to Caiaphas the high priest. And who had the scribes and elders together. And Peter was following him and the swords, as far as the court of the high priest. And going as he stood out with the guards to the end. Now the chief priests and whole council received him with the false testimony, and seized that he might put him to death. They found out there many false witnesses came forward. The last two came forward, but said, "This man said, I'm able to destroy the temple, and to rebuild it in 3 days." The high priest stood and said, "Have you not answered me? Blessed that these men testify against you." These men answered, the high priest answered, "I truly by the living God, if you tell us to be the best son of God." Which he said to you, says, "I tell you, from now on you'll see the Son and see that the right hand power and come across him." The high priest to his words and said, "He is God's blessing, but further witnesses doing. You have now heard his words, the words rejected against him, and he deserved death. And his spirits were struck, and some slapped the same prophecy to receive Christ. Who was it that struck you? And Peter was and silent for him. And some girl came up to him and said, "You're so Jews with God." He did not fall and said, "I didn't know you, and went to entrance and not to serve." The servant girl saw and said to master, "This smells the Jews and answers. And again you don't know that if you don't know enough, you know what the bystanders could answer to me. Suddenly you tell me if you ask him to choose. You went to invoke a customs officer, so I don't know them. And easily the aristocrat and Peter went and said, "No, Jesus." Before the aristocrat was around me 3 times. He went out and looked early. The morning came and 2 priests and all the people. Joe counting as Jesus to come to earth. And he abandoned them and delivered them to part the government. When Jesus betrayed, saw that Jesus was coming, he changed his mind, brought back the 30 pieces sold to 2 pieces, and saying, "I sent by betraying is of God." They said, "What is that to us? See to yourself." And they threw down pieces of silver in the town, breathed upon it, and he went and hanged himself. And the chief priest, taking the pieces of silver, said, "It is not moved to put them into treasury, since his blood." He took counsel and brought with the policy of buried in the place of a stranger. Therefore that field has been called field of blood to this day. And this field was being spoken about by Jeremiah. And he took 30 pieces of silver, the price of him was being set by some of the sons of Israel. And he gave them for the public field, the Lord of me. Now Jesus stood before the government, and master, "I, the king of the Jews," Jesus said, "You said to them, it is cursed by the chief priests and elders." He gave names and passed it. You do not hear how many things he testified against him. They gave him names, not even to a single charge that the governors were realized. At the feast, the governor was accustomed to always look at anyone present in anyone. And at the head of the Torah was present in the court grounds. Then the governor Pilate said to him, "You this is the one materialist which Barabbas or Jesus was called Christ. They knew there was out and knew that they delivered him." Besides, while he was still under judgment seats, my side led to him, and nothing to do with that much me. And I suffered much because of him to the injury. And the chief priest and others persuaded the crowd to ask for Barabbas and sureties. And the governor again said to them, "Which of the two do you want me to listen?" He said, "Barabbas." Pilate said to them, "What shall I do with Jesus who called Christ?" He said, "Let him be crucified." And he said, "Why? What is he done?" They shouted, "Let him be crucified." And Pilate saw he was getting the arrival of the rise of him. He took water and washed his hands before the crowd, saying, "I bless the others again as well. You two yourselves, save the people and says, well, be honest and enjoy." And released the Barabbas, how much scared Jews delivered him over to be crucified. And the soldiers of the government took Jesus into Pilate's headquarters, and they began the whole battalion free. They stripped and put a scarlet ribbon on him, twisting together kind of thorns and couldn't see. And put a ring in his right hand, nailed before them, mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And split him and took the ribbon and were struck him with it. And they mocked him, stripped him, and put his ankles in the ribbon, and went to crucify him. And so when they found him on the side and Sunday morning, they compelled this man to carry his stone. And they came to a place with broke earthy, they offered him lunch, mixed with gold, and he tasted the human drink. They crucified him, and they divided his garments and ordered by customers. They sat down and kept watch over him. Over his head they put the chanticles of the tree. This Jesus, the king of the Jews, the 2 robbers were crucified with him, one on the right hand and one on the left. They just passed by divided him, one in the head saying, "You who destroyed the temple and rebuild in 3 days, say himself. You had something come down from the cross." Joseph, chief priest, squares and others, mocked them, saying, "He said to us, you can't save himself. He's the king of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross. He'll believe him and trust in him. Let God deliver him if he desires him." If he desires, and so on. And the robbers who crucified him received God in the same way. And from the ninth hour rose darkness over the world until the ninth hour. About the ninth hour Jesus cried out this thing, "Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani," that is, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And some of the bystanders hearing it said, "This man is calling on Elijah." And one of them at once ran and took a sponge, put a saddle on, put on it, and gave it to him to drink. And said, "Let us see what Elijah comes to." And Jesus cried out down his mouth, wasn't the other spirit, and the whole coming temple was strong to him. Top to bottom, the earth shook and rocked his foot. Chained those were open, and many boys of the sons of the forms of the wilderness. Come on, chained up to his resurrection, and went to a horse and appeared to me. And the centurion and those who were with him keep watch over Jesus so that outcome took place. They were full of thoughts, and surely this was the Son of God. They were also made a woman, looking off from a distance, who had followed Jesus from God and listened to him. One who were Mary Magdalene and Mary the mother of Jesus, and the mother of the sons of Zebedee. There was even became a rich man from the roof of the Joseph. There was the son of Jesus, and went to Pilate and also the Jesus. And Pilate ordered to be given to him, Jesus to them to be given to him. And his enemy to which he cut him up. And the Lord of grace sent him to him. Mary Magdalene and Mary Magdalene sing opposite to him. The next day, that's after the day of preparation, she preached the face and gave it from Pilate. And said, "See, you remember how the apostles said, when he was stood and after 3 days not rise. Therefore all the 22 minutes kept until the 3rd day. The second day soon and tell us who. These was of India and fast forward the years of it. I said to him, "We have a battle songs ago, and this security council, one of the tombs ago, at Syrian's times in England." And after the Sabbath, to our glory, verse 8, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb, and behold, there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord sang for him. and came rolled back to stone sand. His parents like that, and his clothing and medicine. And forgiving the God's children and became like them. But the angel said to him, "Don't be afraid, for I know that you see Jesus who crucified. He was not here. He was risen. As I say, come, see the place made alive. And go quickly and tell his disciples he is risen from the dead. And behold, he is going before his camera. There you will see, and see how it was. So he departed quickly from the tomb. He was feeling great joy. And ran to tell his disciples, and behold, Jesus met them and said, Greetings. And they came out and took place, and they worshipped him. And Jesus said to them, Don't be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go together, and there they will see him. While they were going, they found somebody going to see and told the chief priests and the priests. And they set up his elders and took him, so they gave the priests some money to such. And he said, Tell people. The disciples came by night and saw where one of the rest. If it's come to the governors, and such things for good and joy. And the Jews commanded his their director, and the story of this room and these to stay. And the 11 disciples went to know, and afterwards Jesus said directly, He saw and they worshipped him, some day, and Jesus came and said to them, All authority in heaven and earth has been given to me. Go therefore make disciples of others, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And turn to his own with our coming, and with the rest of the new age. Mark 1-4. The beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, is really as other people. When I saw my messenger before your face, who prayed, and was one crying with us, and led away at the Lord, and makes the posture. John appeared, baptizing the winds, and proclaiming baptisms of repentance to the forgiveness of sins. In all the country of Judea and all Jerusalem were going out, telling they baptized around the river John, confessing their sins. And John was clothed with common saying, Lord, 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 locust of water, and priest. After he comes, he was murdered. Disciples who sent out with stooped down and died. And baptized in the Lord, who baptized with the Holy Spirit. In those days, Jesus came from Nazareth, Galilee, and baptized by John and John. He came about the Lord, and they saw the heavens being turned open, and the Spirit descending and looking down. And a voice came from heaven, You are my beloved Son, you are my place. And certainly immediately drove out the world, he was with the world's good days, and he came to by sayings, with the wild animals, and the angels in midst of truth. And after John was arrested, Jesus came together, and proclaimed the gospel of God, and saying, The time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of God is at hand, repent and believe in the gospel. As alongside the sea of Galilee, saw Simon and Andrew, the brother Simon, casting nets to sea, they were fishermen. Jesus said to them, Follow me, and I'll make you become fishers of men. And immediately they left them, and followed him. Again, on the following, saw James, son of Mary, and John's brother, and in their great many witnesses, and immediately called them, and left their fathers in the road to high side of their forehead. And went to keep him, and immediately on Sabbath, he entered the synagogue and was teaching. And the son of his teacher, he was taught things on the time. He was not subscribed. Immediately those in the synagogue met with him, came to me, cried out, What have you to do with us, do sinners? They have come to destroy us. I know who following me. And Jesus rebuked them, saying, Be silent, come out of him. And an unclean spirit convulsing and crying with loud voice came out of him. And they were all amazed, so they questioned him themselves, saying, What is this? And you teach with authority, convincing an unclean spirit, and they believe. And at once his fame spread everywhere through all the surrounding region of God. And he left the synagogue and has son of Andrew, with James and John. And the silence among them all they with him, and immediately they told them about him. Again took her by the hand, lifted her up, and the spirit left, and she grew still. And evening or something, they brought him all who were sick or oppressed by demons. Also he was gathered together at the door, and he healed many who were sick with various diseases. Cast some in demons, who had not permitted the demons to be because they knew. And rising very early, when all stood dark, he took on them out to the place of the Christ. And there he went some more those who were with the session, and found himself to and was looking for his so said to him, Let's go on to the next things, and crucified for this wine I came out. And if I walked out, they preached in the synagogue, casting demons. And that became to him following, and the other said to me, What do you make him for? And he was pleased, stretched out his hands and stood and said to him, What will be clean? And the other leprosy left him, was made clean. Jesus sat in charge and sent away the demons. And he said to those, You stand up to the go, show yourself to a priest and offer, and for your kinds of all most clean, for a proof to him. And went out and began to talk further about the story that he said Jesus could no longer open the end of town. As out into the very cities, and people were coming to him from everywhere. And he turned to keep him, one after Sundays, reported him around. And they were glad to go to the not even at the door. He was speaking the word to him, and came, bringing to him in privately, prayer before me. And they could not get him because they could. He raised the roof above them, and they made opening. They said that down below was the paralytic clay. He just saw their face, said to paralytic, Son, the sons of heaven. And the son was scratched in this, questioning their hearts. He raised this man, why is this man speaking of her? He was last to me, who never gives sins with them. The other Jews perceiving this, that they thus questioned within themselves, said to him, Why do you question these things in your hearts? What you see, says the paralytic, his sins are forgiven. So rise, take me away. You may know that some man has thrown it out to forgive sins. He said to the paralytic, he said to them, Speak on the go. There's a new picked on spread and went before them. They were all amazed at God for saying, They never saw anything like this. And when they had been beside the sea, and all the crowd would come to him, he would teach them, and he passed away, and saw Levi, son of Alphaeus, and setting up the tax booth and said to him, Follow me, and they rose and followed him. And as he reclined in his house, and the tax collector the snakes reclined in Jesus, and so immediately followed him. And the scribes of the Pharisees, when they saw the tax collectors, said to his disciples, When I see the tax collectors, when Jews heard, he said to them, Go to a well, and they need a physician. But those were sick, came not to call the righteous, but sinners. And then John's disciples and the Pharisees fasted, and people came and said to him, Why did John was disciples and the disciples of the Pharisees fast? The disciples don't fast. Jesus said to them, "Can a man goes fast while the bridegroom is with them? And as long as they have the bridegroom with them, you can't fast. The days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they'll fast another day. No one says a piece of iron shall come from the mountain. Every he does, the hash turns away from me from all the rest tells me. No one must knew why, and not from until the one's goes. He does the wine with his skate, and the wine is stroke. And so it's goes, and you want fresh wineskins. One son who's going through the grain fields is made that way, his son's going to pluck heads of grain. The Pharisees were saying to him, "But why the doing was not lawful?" And so he said to him, "Have you never read the book of the day? He was the evil son. He and those who were how he entered the house of God, time and big fellow agrees. He had read the path, it was not lawful for him, but the priest of him. As he gave to those and he said to the son, "Look at me from him, not half his up. And some man's Lord even on the Sabbath. And he went into the city, and knows that he could with him. And he watched you to see whether he could roll himself. So he did not increase, and he said to him, "Look at him, come." He said to him, "Look on the side to do good, to do good, so lawful to good." And so I looked around at them with him, and he looked behind his foot. And said to him, "Shut up, and shut up." And his hands were still. The Pharisees went out and immediately helped him, so commanders against him. Not to strong. These were Jews' Sabbaths to see, and be careful. And Galilee to Judea, and Jerusalem, from the other Jordan, and from around towns there. And the great crowd heard all the things doing and came to him, until the Sabbath of the day was come. Unless they touched him, we who believe, so that all the seas rest in him. Rest in him, whatever he says, so and they fell down. They fell down from the cover, the other son of God. They should put one not to make them. None of them were called to those who made sorry, and he came to. They were 12, so they might be with him. They didn't have authority to cause them names. He appointed 12: Simon, James, his son and John, her brother James, Andrew and Philip, and Bartholomew, and Matthew, and Thomas, and Judas, son of Alphaeus, the days and son of Zebedee, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. And he went to him in the crowd gathered against him. They could not eat him. His family heard. He went out to seize him, for they said, "He's out of his mind." And the scribes who came down from Jerusalem were saying, "These are the bills of gold, and heads of the easy cast their brothers." And he called them to him and said to him, "Prophets, how can they say in cast saying, if a kingdom is divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. But a house divided against itself, that house will not be able to stand. The same is risen up against itself, against him, and he cannot stand. He comes to him. No one can enter a strong man's house upon his face, and is the first by a strong man. And indeed he may upon his face. Truly I say to you, all sins will be forgiven and shown. Whoever God sins the world, and whoever sins against the husband, never forgives. They guilty of the chance that they have sinned. He is unclean to me. And his mother is both king, staying outside the cemetery, and the crowd sitting out of the and said to him, "Your mother, my brothers, are outside the secret." He said, "You are my mother, my brothers." Looking back at those who sat with him, he said, "Here are my mother, my brothers. Whoever does the will of God, he is my brother and sister and mother." Proverbs 3. My son, don't forget my teaching, let your heart be my commandments. And lengthen days and use life and peace that matter. Let no steadfast love and faithfulness forsake you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the top of your heart. So you'll find favor and good success in the sight of God at men. Rest in the Lord with all your heart, and generally know understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Be not wise in your own eyes, fear the Lord, and turn away from evil. He will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. On the Lord, confess your soul, your heart. And your bones will be filled with plenty of blessing and resting good. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, but be face for the Lord lives him in your lives. And your father's son, whom he delivers. Blessed the one who finds you, and one who gives thanks to me. And the gift from his better gift for silver, and offer better. Reasonable person endures nothing is like compared. A long life is never here, no friends or rich time. No ways are ways of person, their soul paths of peace. And you should have left the wisdom of home. These are not a false boast, and the Lord by wisdom family, right? And my understanding established habits, but it is most defect of unconstructed energy. And the son, do not lose sight of this, do not lose sight of execution. And there will be life for yourself and total feet. If you walk on the race, and foot will not stumble. If you lie down, you will not be afraid. And you lie down and sleep, you don't be afraid of sun terror, the road, the hills. The Lord will be your comfort, so be free from evil. Tell all good from these to mischief. There is in your path today. For this Satan will go and come again. Tomorrow, good when you have nothing. No plan evil against you, and he does trust in this. You don't protect them from things, things don't need no help. You don't envy them, you don't choose another place. You do this person abolished to them. And the honor is confidence. Those cursed in the house will be blessed and to him righteous. Those qualities is called, to humble gives you, the wise one heaven, and force gets to Christ. Psalm 94, O Lord, God of vengeance, God of vengeance, shine forth, whereas every judge is. You pray to the power of the legislative, Lord, how long shall the wicked, how long shall the wicked exalt? They pour out their arrogance of the evil as ways. Push your people, Lord, afflict your hearts, they kill the wind and the surgeon, and love the falls. You see, Lord is not seen, God of Jacob does not see, and I say and judge the people. Lord's wrong will you be, as he planned, he does not hate, he formed the earth, does not see. He is a nation, does not agree, he is just me, and the Lord knows the Lord, and they by the breath. Blessed the man whom he just went, and whom he shall know, to bring rest and take trouble, until they decide for the wicked. For the Lord not forsake his people, who are not of any heritage, and just return to rest, and all government and hard forward. He rise up for me against him, he who stands up for me against evil, so the Lord will not be him, and so will not be with me. I thought my footsteps, your service love and me, help me, because you help me, and my consolations cheer myself, okay, we can always be alive with you, grace for me just by such. You meant together with life of the rest extended instances. It was become a shoulder, my God, the from my refuge. You know, bring back on the million, and wrap them out for that we can snorkel with them out. Last dungeon I did was very bad, and found that how they can call me to that as the you said to if you stay so scared after losing tissue, so let's see more. This came out of the great fight on that, see tomorrow. Bye.